Hello everyone and welcome to this new video about a topic that is really close to me. Femininity and independence, the lone wolf journey. I'm Donna, your fitness mindset expert, and I'm very happy to cover this because it's personal for me. It's really close to my way of life. We all know that there are different kind of traits in each of us, and somehow we are categorized normally into alpha and beta, so leaders and followers for both females and males. But not many know that exists a mixed breed of different traits, the Sigma. Studying, I got so excited about everything I found about this kind of mysterious energy that is around the Sigma female. And I want to talk about this because many of the successful women that I met, including myself, have this thing that are very feminine and very independent, and they don't want to compromise to anything but to reach their goal that is their priority. I'm very fascinated about this personality. And differently to the other two, so the alpha and the beta, we all heard about. For example, the alpha in particular is the leader, the one who sets the trends and step up to lead. But believe me, the Sigma is not very different from that description. Because this Sigma female has always been around. But the actual culture, I would call it the pop culture denomination of it, that called it Sigma finally, is just recent. There is a controversy, a deep one, between the traits that we will identify shortly for the Sigma female type and society's old and sometimes imposed stereotypes, which I don't like. If you pay attention today, there are infinite schools of thought about how a woman should behave, should talk, should carry herself. And they come from centuries, but they are finally slowly being abandoned to go after each individual personality. It's just the best way I can say it, that finally we are recognizing that the single human being must stay herself or himself. Although it's not easy for sure, because we come from again, decades of teachings in how to behave socially, how to think, what to conform to. And so there are those chains in your minds still, bounding us to what we heard would be convenient to follow, like the perfect family model, in which I do believe, pay attention, but in which I do believe too, but somehow in a different way. In fact, often women themselves do not express in full to mirror other people's expectations, which we shouldn't care of. The key is understanding that those models are not completely wrong. It can be that you will be happy following them. But the pillar must be that you can fully express yourself limitless while being in any kind of relationship, or deciding not to be into one. If you want to dive deeper into the relationships topic, you can go watch my previous video about powerful relationship, when I really went in length and depth about the topic. Our Sigma female is in fact the best example of this very independent expression of herself in any context. So let's see, what is a Sigma female? It is a term used to describe basically women who are strong, charming, and confident, like alpha females, but who also are self-reliant, highly independent, and enjoy spending time alone. Another expression often used to describe this type of woman is the lone wolf. If you start liking the description, like I did, maybe it is because you may be a Sigma female yourself too. Basically, we already know that success is a lonely journey because other people can't keep up with you and the goals you have and the amount of success you want to reach. A reason for which you will be successful, and not many in the world are. At least not in the way that you feel and mean. Here's what you need to know about this rare, almost mythological and impressive type. I love it, believe me. I just identified 7 key Sigma female traits. Because I believe those are the ones that I saw in my clients, successful clients, and I really want to give back to the community what I saw in them growing and give you a hint on what you really need to work on. So number 1, she is the Sigma female. She is the rare lone wolf woman. Contrary to a lot of other girls who always need to group up and stick together, we often see and this is by a woman too, that some need to do everything together. Like they can't think independently. They just need to go places together, dress in the same way, so wear the same clothes, attend the same classes, subscribe to the same gym, go to the same toilet. I mean, wouldn't that be too much, maybe? Instead, what I love of the Sigma family is that she goes her own way. While she can be effortlessly social, because, it's so easy to get on with her, she's fun, but she often prefers her own company. It's just less drama, and can even be seen like an introvert, or what I found out to be called an ambivert. That is the perfect balance between extrovert and introvert. But beware, you will see her alone, but she's not lonely and neither saddened by that. She genuinely enjoys solitude, and I saw that she's never bored. Her life offers plenty of interests, but truth is, all our lives offer plenty of interest. The difference is we don't know how to really enjoy them because we don't know how to be alone, and we are not as complete as the Sigma female is yet. The difference can also be that she doesn't use other people to amuse herself, in the sense that she doesn't gain amusement by the company, but by doing. And doing goes back to our Transform Action course. We will talk about it later. This kind of rare lone wolf woman doesn't mind eating alone, and so then if she's on a diet, that's very easy because she's not gonna eat like anybody else. She's gonna have her own way, and if sometimes she eats in company, that's not bad, but she's gonna be looked at like, that's it? You're not gonna have anything else? Which is fun because people just think that they need so many kilos of meat and condiments and too many dishes to survive. Instead, that is what they need to get fat. The human body can live on way less. By the way, going back to our type of rare woman. She really enjoys eating alone, living alone, and actually being alone in a new place, or going and getting on with a new adventure herself. And this is again fitness related, because fitness is a deep personal adventure and personal journey. She's perfectly fine, just as she is. And all the people that started a fitness journey and were successful have kind of this trait that being alone doesn't hurt them. Number 2, she's the original independent woman. She's a proper blueprint for it. She does things herself, doesn't need practical support, and doesn't ever follow the crowd. Although she welcomes help when it comes spontaneously by someone who loves her for real. So she's not rejecting help. She's just saying, I can do it myself. If you want to help, do it out of your own interest, please. Because one day I don't want to hear about you reminding me of what you did for me, etc. That's the way I see the Sigma female. She's an independent thinker, apart from doer, and she's not living off anyone else's timeline to design her life. Here again, let's go back to what we saw in the training course, in the video course. Who decides about your schedule? It's yourself or it's just somebody else? It's based on your needs or on other people's needs. Reflect on it, because if you are not able to reach your goals, but your agenda is full of, I don't know, go with this person to this place, or help this person to do this, rather than focusing the time you have that is not much on your own goals, then don't be surprised that you are behind your timeline, for example. Design your life yourself. As the Sigma female, the best thing you can do is not to feel any societal pressure to conform to, because you trust your own flawless internal judgment. And that's something I really like. Sometimes there are, people around us that try to deviate from our original path, but trusting yourself and how intuitive you can be just make everything easier. Let's go to number 3. She keeps her standards high and never compromises them. That's something I just, anticipated slightly. The Sigma female would never be happy with what she gets. In first instance, in relationship. She knows exactly what she brings to the table, and she has no interest in wasting her or other people's time. And this applies to her friendships, work, and life in general too, because she knows what she wants and goes for it. And when she found it, this is the point where I want your full attention. When she finds it, she'll protect it with all her strength and power and any means she has. She will be all in with all her love, dedication, and support if it's worth it. This was the point at what I thought I started to think that I was a Sigma female too. Because I'm not really always in alpha mode. Sometimes I like to listen, I like to be by myself, to just retire and go into my cave and reflect on stuff. And in fact, as per the Sigma female, if something doesn't meet my standards, I let it go. I'm not going to keep on with a treacherous man or a partner who doesn't protect me or provide for a future, or at least tries to, if he tries to build something better for us tomorrow and he's an achiever or has a growth mindset, we can build together and be creative and explore ways. But if he's standing still, oh, come on then, I can't stay there. Likewise, I'm not going to stay in a work position that makes me feel unappreciated. We have standards as we said, and we stick to them. It can make the Sigma females seem uncompromising and difficult, but I am the first one to have learned that compromising on what I call deal breakers, things that are important, has a price tag I'm not willing to pay. This is my life and I'm making the most of it. What's up? Do you like it or you don't? Well, I don't care. Reason for which I choose my people carefully. Number 4, she is loyal. If a Sigma female is in your life, you feel strong and backed up by her loyalty for sure. She doesn't let anyone close to her fall trap of anything. From here, the level of difficulty of getting close to her. Because she gives it all to the few chosen ones. She tends to have a lot of casual friends, and I have them too, and acquaintances, but only a handful of genuinely close inner circle relationship. What I want to give all to my closest relationship, at the point that the Sigma female, I think, is the ultimate ride or die. The call in the middle of the night to cover or uncover secrets. The Sigma woman is anything but an easy person to convince. Above all, to convince to invest the time in building a real friendship if she's not sure you deserve it. Number 5 of 7. She, for sure, doesn't care of any societal standard. The Sigma female doesn't experience peer pressure. And in first person, I am every day and in every occasion amused of how much that is true. Not to care about other people's opinion. Not only peer pressure, also, for example, stage fright. Because as you know, as a competitor, I walked on stage many times, and as a speaker, I did the same in other occasions. And not having that peer pressure, not being scared or frozen by others' judgment, it just sets you free. What you really need to rely on is your internal compass, because you have it. And the Sigma female is not at all interested in conforming or living her life, but anyone as rules. While sometimes people see her as rebellious, I had many people telling me, oh, but you can't just do things your own way forever, blah, blah, blah. This is not simply the case, guys. Look at the conformity there is normally in being divided between men and women. In all contexts, in all environments, you go to the gym, and as I said in my last video, you see all the women at the cardio equipments and all the men lifting weights. You go to, any kind of event, normally there are two sides that chit-chat together, one is men and one is women. This is just one example, but in society there are a lot of schemes that are automatic, that just our mind figure out as soon as we enter a room, without knowing why. And you'll never have a Sigma female conforming to that. As far as they respect her, she will hang out with anyone who is just simply up to standard, regardless their gender, race, beliefs. Thanks to this trait, she is a best performer at anything and at the fitness game in particular, because she adapts to circumstances conveniency, and she's hungry to get the most and learn so much by anyone around her. She goes and looks for the best mentor available in her environment. Doesn't matter female, male, white, black, sexual orientation. It's just the best company. If any, for example, because she doesn't need it. But if she gets someone, it's because it's really worth it. And above all, she looks for the best opportunities. That is very different from taking and grabbing the first opportunity that come your way. Maybe that, transformation shooting that you just need to do because someone asked you. That's not the way. You need to do and plan and execute what you want. And use opportunities in the way that they allow your goal to become a reality, not the opposite. The Sigma female knows she deserves all of that and to lead the game. And she's often looked at like a weirdo because she has powerful connections, but then goes into her cave when it's time to do so. And people never understand, because from here her mysterious nature comes. In the end, she's not rebelling against any rule. She just makes her own, which is incredible. She accepts that other people have the right to live how they want. Their miserable setup, fine, fantastic, but I am asserting my right to do the same in my different way. So what? The thing that makes others envious, I believe, it's that even if I'm difficult to keep up with, people can't normally stay far away from people like me. And maybe most follow me no matter what because they feel, the safety and how secure I am. And even though I don't need to be, amongst them all the time. Let's see number 6. Sigma female. She is always learning. And the background of these books can confirm that. I have mentioned that the Sigma female is incredibly intelligent. Now let's say I'm not talking about me, but the Sigma female is street smart too, and not only book smart. She's always absorbing the world around her. This is the difference. And she's hungry for knowledge and always expanding her worldview and thinking that maybe she can change her opinion on things. This isn't the kind of woman who will commit to an opinion when there is plenty of evidence that she's wrong. That would be stupid. I think you agree. This is the woman who conducts her own independent research, yes, before she comes to a conclusion about a topic. Then we can say she thinks twice, but always with her own head. Is not the kind of successful person that rely on word of mouth alone without checking the source. Number 7, she is a successful hyperachiever. I love this. It's unsurprising at this point that the Sigma female is successful, fine, and she always over-delivers. If she said that the delivery date was in 10 days, it's going to be in 5. If she said that the price or a discount was 50%, it's going to be 60. If she said that the quality was high, it will be the highest. She learned herself to see obstacles and negotiations, for example, as opportunities. And this is like a special gift, to be able to convert the worst in the best. I just start thinking that this Sigma female did my video course because this is what I teach inside it. Maybe she came to me for coaching and I can't remember her. No, joking. I had many Sigma females in my coaching sessions and I really loved to work and liked to work with all of them. This is one another reason that I decided to talk about it. Apart from joking, what I really love of the Sigma females I coach is that all of them have plenty of goals, but they also freaking love and enjoy the journey too. So if you put things together, a huge goal, enjoyed while going towards it, just shapes a lifestyle. Main point is to understand while you are on this transformational journey that your success may not always measure up to society's views of it, but is great because as a Sigma female you don't care about society's opinion. And yet, even if success hasn't the same significance for these two groups, you and society, identities, you and society, you are yet successful nonetheless. Big discovery. I went over with few of my clients Big discovery is you can be fit with a poor attitude. I had people coming to me that were hyper fit already, but their attitude sucked and they ruined their results. Or you can be on the way to fit, so not there yet, and grinding daily to improve with an athlete-like professional attitude. Which one would you rather have? I go for the second one because I'm not always gonna be in my perfect physical shape maybe, but my head is always gonna be present in the moment. Again, not many understand the priority that health and fitness have over any other form of wealth. Wealth of friends, wealth of money, wealth of anything you can think of. But maybe you do. And you know that on your health, conditioning, and feeling of well-being, you can base all the other wealths. And if you understand this is the perfect starting point to create both health and wealth along the way. But simply by being yourself. I don't want you to build castles where there is no foundation. If this sounds like you, kind of a straightforward person that doesn't always want to be the alpha for a series of reasons, but is not a follower 100%, if you think of having chances to be yourself a Sigma female, or you want to become, a closer to her version of yourself, still preserving your uniqueness, the best thing you can do is to elevate yourself today and start your fitness journey. Fitness is indeed, and the reason I love it, one of the few vehicles that really helps you in fully expressing yourself and your full potential without compromising any other aspect of your life if you know how to manage it. To achieve this next level, I created Transform Action, the only complete training course about mindset for fitness that will take you to a finite process. That means once you learn, it's done. It will stay with you. Long or better, life-lasting results. Applying the steps of the method taught in Transform Action, the I-Medal method, you will go through a complete life-changing identity shift, which will guarantee you to acquire extreme mastery in your desired area of life and in fitness in particular. But is, transversal to any other area in which you want to be an hyperachiever. Go to the link in the description and go to the course, get it, plus the hyper valuable and unique bonuses I decided to include for your benefit. In there are summarized years and years of learning from experience I went through myself. And this is just a long bunch of time you can save if you allow me to help you. Please hurry up, go straight to the link and take advantage of the amazing offer I have on at the moment. This is, guys, the end of this video. Remember to like and subscribe. And all your comments and questions, please, in the box below. Activate the notification alert, that is that little bell, to be amongst the first to be notified every week when a new video is out. And there will be many, many coming. See ya.